Good morning, my friends. It is Saturday morning. I'm the only one up. Everyone else is still sleeping. We had a rough day yesterday. I'm not going to lie. We woke up. Doug was off yesterday. It was his regularly scheduled Friday off. And we got up normal time because I had to work. And he was going to go to mass and everything. But as soon as he woke up, I knew something was up because he took like one of the big decorative pillows and put it behind his head and kind of laid back down. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "I do not feel well." I said, "I'm very nauseous." I said, "Okay, we'll deal with this." So I went and got him he has two, I'm sorry, I'm pouring my tea water. He has two anti-nausea meds. He has Compazine and Zofran. And he has to take them in a particular way. He has to take the the Compazine first. And then 4 hours later, he can take the Zofran. And 4 hours later, he can take the Compazine. So I gave him the Compazine, and he said it worked pretty quickly, and he started to feel a little bit better. He did not want coffee, so I knew right there that he was not feeling that good. I got him a cup of mint tea, and he drank that. And then he felt better. And then I dropped the bombshell to him that the heat was not working. We had no heat yesterday. Luckily, it was warm outside. It was actually almost as warm outside as it was in the house. The house was chilly, but it wasn't cold. It wouldn't get above like 64 in here. Now, we have an electric fireplace. We have electric space heaters, so we knew we were fine. We got a new thermostat December 1st, I think Doug installed it. And at one point, the heat wasn't working, and I had to reset the thermostat. So I tried that. It didn't work. So we thought, okay, maybe it's this new fancy thermostat. Let's take it off, put the old one back on.
I found this on the web.
See if it works. And it did not. So I already had a call into our bestie, Krista and Jeff. Jeff is an HVAC guy. Now, he does all like commercial, like schools and stuff, but he knows what he's doing. So he said he would come over after work. So it was a little chilly in here yesterday, but not bad. Not bad at all. But Doug just did not feel good. He was pretty much down all morning. Gave him the Zofran when we could. And he had to go get disconnected yesterday. Now, I wanted to call either my cousin or my brother to take him. And he's like, "No, I'm fine. I'm really fine." He's like, "I'm not going to be sick." He said, "I'm just a little nauseated. I'm fine." So I control what I can, and what I can't control, I have to let go. So he went by himself, got disconnected. He, told them what was going on, and they felt that they didn't need to push anything through the IV or through the port, that he could just continue taking the tablets by mouth. So came home, said the disconnect was so easy and all that. He was glad to have all that off of him. But he was just not. He said he felt wiped out, and totally understandable. So he pretty much slept all day. He did not want to eat. He tried and just could not eat. I made him some ginger tea, and he did drink that. But he was pretty much he slept all day, and like I said, was just completely wiped. So he never ended up, all he had yesterday to eat were 2 of my sourdough crackers that I made, and I think 1.5 pancakes. That was it. So I'm hoping when he gets up this morning that he is feeling better, that he is not nauseous, and that he will eat, because he's got to eat. I'm going to make him some electrolyte drink and make him drink that to make sure he is getting what he needs in that sense. So I brewed coffee this morning for him, just hoping that he would want it. We'll see. If he doesn't drink it, Andrew will, but that is what's going on here. So, back to the heat. So Jeff came, Krista came with him, So we had a nice little sit down and chat. She gets it. You know, I mean, their daughter went through cancer, so she gets it. Actually, Doug was feeling pretty good while they were here. So he was down in the basement with Jeff and doing the guy things. And luckily, it was a super duper easy fix. A wire inside the heater came loose and touched another wire, which shorted out the ground, which is what it's supposed to do for safety or whatever. But he was able to fix it so quickly and so easily. That was such a blessing. So, what else? That was it. Like I said, it was a rough day yesterday, and the babies were. Bo was good. Hazy just wanted to be held all day, which was fine. Between Doug and I, he was sleeping on Doug at one point, but then he actually in the afternoon he took a monster nap for me. Monster nap. So it was fine. It was good. It was good. We have 0 plans for this weekend except church. So, and pinochle tonight if Doug is up for it. My brother and sister-in-law know it's just going to be a week-by-week thing. So I told him I'd let him know by this afternoon if we were playing or not. I'm still going to prepare dinner as if we were playing because we need dinner. I didn't eat yesterday because Doug wasn't eating and I didn't want to eat. And I know that is not good. But it was the first day. I'll figure it out. But, so I'm a little hungry this morning, so we'll see. But that's about it. Like I said, I'm still going to get dinner in the crock pot. That has to go in at 9. I'm making Mississippi roast for dinner and mashed potatoes. So hopefully Doug will eat at least some mashed potatoes tonight. I'm hoping he wakes up feeling better, but we'll see. So anyway, that's that. Yeah. We'll see. So I'm going to go back upstairs and check on him, see if he's still sleeping. And if he is, I'm just going to sit in the bed next to him and read my book or update my website or do something. So I'll talk to you later. Okay, I did not show you what we had for breakfast because I was on the phone. My girlfriend called just to check up on Doug and me, and I find it so nice when people ask about me too. I'm fine. I am wonderful. I am good. But it is nice to be asked about. So, and I took care of my mom for all those years, and it was hard. And my friend who called me, she also took care of her mom. So she gets what it's like to be the caretaker. So that was really nice. We had a great chit chat. She's going to come over this week and visit. So I'm excited for that. Just had a good catch up on the phone, and I was eating my breakfast while I was talking to her, so I didn't film. I had, come on, y'all know what I had. It's Saturday. What did I have? I had an omelet, and I had a little bagel, and it was delicious, and I am good. And I was so happy to see this guy eat. He had a bagel and cream cheese and a banana. So.
And I feel good.
And he feels good, yes. He feels very good today. We're actually, as you can tell, we are out. We are heading down. We had a couple little errands to run. I had to drop off some packages at the post office to mail out. And we are going to the thrift store to drop off. I have like 5 boxes back here. We're going to drop those off. And I think we're going to stop at my girlfriend's macaron bakery and pick up, I have a gift certificate. So we may pick some goodies up for pinochle tonight. And then we have to swing by the average Jay's house and grab some things from him. So it is all good. I have things I want to do this weekend. I'm just not sure when I'm going to do them. One of the ladies in town, I'm making some lip balm for her. So I want to get that done this weekend. And I also have those tomatoes that I still need to deal with. I did all the chicken broth. That is all canned up. I ended up getting 9.5 quarts out of it. So I canned up 9 quarts and I just have a half a quart in the fridge. I like to keep some in the fridge because we use bone broth on everything. I was actually gonna, when he wasn't able to eat or anything yesterday, I was going to actually heat some up and see if he would sip on it, but I didn't push it. So, but I like to keep that because that is so good for him. But yeah, I need to deal with those tomatoes. I keep putting those tomatoes off, but they are going to get dealt with either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure which. I have dinner in the crock pot. The Mississippi pot roast is in the crock pot. So all good. We are not going to church tonight because there's a confirmation retreat this afternoon. So there'll be like 100 kids at church tonight, extra kids. And I figure, you know, we don't need to be there. Leave the space for them and the parking lot for their families and all that. So we're going to go in the morning. Oh, I need to make a pan of brownies. I promised one of the ladies at church a pan of sourdough brownies. And so I need to make that today too. So that's easy. That'll get done. So, and this guy wants to putter around in his workshop. He caught the decluttering bug from me, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So he wants to go through his workshop. You know, he's not going to get rid of any of his good MacGyver-y type stuff that he can, you know, he can fix a piece of furniture with, you know, a piece of chewing gum and a piece of thread. But he just needs to kind of organize and go through. So he's going to work on that. I forgot to put shoes on before I left. I have my Uggs on. Forgot to put shoes on. And I was just thinking, oh, we're passing the cemetery. We should stop. But I don't know how muddy it is. So I'm not sure I want to stop without shoes on. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. So yes, I will talk to you when we get home probably. So this is the thrift store that we use. It's called King's Things. And I just love their whole motto. No family or child should go without. And they do. I've seen them not charge people and things like that in there. The thrift store is in like a really cute little town. There's all kind of businesses up and down the street. It's really got a lot of cute little things. So this is where my friend's bakery is. It's actually down at that stoplight. So we're going to drive down. She has a parking lot and go there. Okay, we are home from our errands. One of my friends dropped off beautiful cakes to us. Like she got them at an Italian bakery. They're like pieces of 3 different cakes. They look phenomenal. So we'll serve those tonight as well. What else? Doug got a little tired from running errands, so he is laying down. I was working on some insurance stuff to figure out, we had a claim denied because of out of network. It's not out of network. And when I called the other day for one, she explained what happened, and it's crazy. It's the difference between like a little slash mark between 2 letters, and it kicks it to out of network. She said if we ever see that, they try to catch it every time manually, but if we ever see that, to call and they can correct it. So I'm not getting anxious about, it was his port claim, and you know, it was a big one, but I'm not getting anxious about it. I'm just going to call on Monday, and I know they will deal with it. I'm getting good at the Zen. But while he's resting and Andrew's grading papers, I am going to actually make some brownies. I know, it's like all about the sweets today. I think I mentioned this morning that I wanted to make a tray of brownies for a lady at church. So I'm going to get those made. And since I probably will have nothing else of any value to share with you this weekend, I'm going to bring you along to make the brownies. They are sourdough brownies. Use sourdough discard. Mine's not quite discard. It's a little bit bubbly and active, but I think it will be fine. This recipe is intense when it comes to like ingredients, like lots of sugar. So I'm glad they're leaving my house and not staying here. And you know, I'm sending her the whole pan, so it's not even like we can snip out a little. So I'm gonna get those made. Like I said, I'll bring you along. I should probably put some nicer clothes on, but I'm not going to. big old sweatshirt and leggings. It's like my uniform lately, especially on the weekends. Nothing up here yet. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, let me get set up and let's get these brownies going. Okay, the first thing we're going to do for our brownies is we're going to get the sugar mixture going, and that has to beat for 7 to 10 minutes. So I want to get that going while we start working on the chocolate. So what we need is 1 cup of granulated, just regular old sugar. We need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Now it calls for dark brown sugar. I don't have dark brown sugar. I use light. It's fine. And then it calls for 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. So that's what is in here. So we're just going to pour that in. Then we're going to turn the mixer on, and we are going to let it go for 7 to 10 minutes. So I'll probably let it go for 10. I don't know. We'll see. But that's all you have to do. I'm going to put it on on the KitchenAid, I'm going to put it on about a 3 and let it go. While our sugar mixture is going, I have 8 tablespoons of butter that I've melted in this pot. I'm going to remove it from the heat, and we are going to add in 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips and a 1/2 cup of cocoa and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We are just going to stir the chocolate until it all melts. Once it is melted, I'm going to add in the vanilla, and then we're just going to set it aside to cool a little bit before we add it to our sugar and egg mixture. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, so what I'm going to do to make life easy on myself is I'm going to take the bowl completely off of the mixer, because the next couple things are not, you can't pour them in. So I'm going to just take this out so I have more room to work. Okay, so the next thing we have to put in is a 1/2 cup of our sourdough discard. Now the recipe I'm using, I will link below. It's by Little Spoon Farm. It's not my recipe. And on the recipe, she has cups and teaspoons and stuff, but she also has weight. And I really prefer to bake by weight, but I know a lot of people don't. And then we are going to add in all that luscious chocolate that we melted. See what I mean about it not easy to manipulate around the mixer. It's just easier to take the bowl off. I'm sorry, I'm not even in the shot. Sorry guys. You know, hot mess. Real life, hot mess, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the nicer thing is. I admit it. I'm good with it. Now, I think I have made these once before, and if I was making them for my own consumption, I think I would use either a combination of semi-sweet and milk chocolate chips or all milk chocolate, because I am not a big fan of semi-sweet. And I think, I don't know, I like the milk chocolate, but most people like the semi-sweet, and I know for a fact that the woman that I'm making these for likes dark chocolate. Not that this is dark, but you know. Okay, so we've got our discard in there, and we've got our chocolate in. So we are going to put that right back Put our paddle back on. And we are going to let this mix until it is nice and combined. It's going to take a good, probably 3 to 5 minutes. Well, maybe not. I'm just going to wait until it's all a nice color. I'm going to scrape it down. Nope, it's only going to take about a minute or two. The next thing we're going to add in is our flour, 1 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, from here, I'm just going to get my spatula and I'm just going to finish combining it by hand. I just want to make sure everything is off the bottom of the bowl because this is super, super thick. Okay, work smarter, not harder, Joni. Okay, looks good. Now, it calls to be baked in a 9x9 baking dish. Now, you're not going to believe this. I'm going to blow your minds here. I do not own a 9x9 baking dish. How is it that I own an entire set of pans to make a 7-tier wedding cake, which I have never done, but I don't own a 9x9 baking dish? I know, crazy, crazy, whatever. So I was going to do an 8x8, but I'm afraid that it would be too thick and take too long to cook. So I'm using an 11x7. And I think this is going to work out beautifully. So I lined it with parchment paper as per the directions. And now I'm just going to put our mixture in and smooth it out. Now this will probably be maybe a little thinner than if it was a 9x9. So I'm going to start checking it at the earliest time and then go from there. Okay, let's get this nice and smoothed out and we can get this in the oven. And this way it'll be able to have a long time to cool and I can cut it up nice for Miss Pam and take it to church for her tomorrow. Oh, Andrew's standing in front of me, and when I said I was taking it to someone tomorrow, he looked at me like, no!
What is it?
This is the sourdough brownies.
Oh, yeah. These are delicious.
Okay. Did you stick your face in the camera?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yes, well, I made these last week.
Yes.
The babies and I made them last week. And they are very delicious. So we are making them for Miss Pam at church. She has no idea.
Sounds good.
Because she joked about it, saying, you know, I'll be at 9:30. You can bring me a pan of brownies. And I know she's going to be there because her husband is the soloist tomorrow. Okay. There we go. I wonder if the parchment paper is necessary, but we do it because it says to do it. Okay, I think that's pretty even. We're going to pop these puppies in the oven, and we are going to let them cook for 35 to 40 minutes. I'm going to just start checking on them at 30 since I'm using a different size pan. And we'll see what they look like when they come out. Okay, there are the brownies out of the oven and out of the pan. Not too bad. We already know how delicious they are. So my family is not happy that these are leaving the house. So Doug is going out to collect eggs. He wants to go say hey to the chickens and just get outside for a minute. He just got a shower. And our uniform for Pinochle is pajama pants. That is why he has pajamas on, because he just showered. It's getting towards Pinochle time. So anyway, if you notice on his hand there, it's purple or blue. It's because I made him put a glove on, touching the eggs. It's probably an overabundance of caution, but it's what we're doing. So that's what's happening. It looks like he picked up several eggs, and I already got a lot this morning. So maybe these girls are picking up the slack here. I don't know, but I know he was happy to get out there and see his girls. Okay, so Doug let the chickens out for a little while, but apparently there's an issue. What did you just say, Doug?
She is the most stupid chicken in the world.
Why is she so...
Because she refuses to go in the coop.
Well, that's not stupid. She doesn't... That's smart, man. She wants to be out all the time. There she goes.
No, she's not in yet.
Look at her. She's going right to the door.
She runs away.
Let's see if she goes in, friends. Let's see if she... Look, she's right at the door. Or not. Do you want me to come out and help?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Yeah. By the way, Sandy, if you're watching, that's Bingo, the one that you named. Look at that. He got her in, see? And he got a little workout chasing her around the yard.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so I didn't show you making dinner because you all know what Mississippi pot roast is. You've all made it, I'm sure. I think I have a video on it. So I have the Mississippi pot roast. That's done. I just have it on warm. Doug just took out the compost. I also made my quick 1-hour dinner rolls. This is a very versatile recipe. I have a video on it, I believe. And if I do, I'll link it somewhere. But what I love about this recipe is you can do it 3 ways. You can make hamburger buns or sandwich buns by dividing it into 12 pieces. You can make a hearty dinner roll by dividing it into 18 pieces. I like a petite dinner roll, so I divided it into 24 pieces. Aren't they beautiful? So I got that. They're done. They just came out of the oven. And I've got my potatoes ready to cook for mashed potatoes. And I also have corn and peas. So that is going to be our Pinochle dinner tonight. Good morning. It is now Sunday morning. I did not pick up the camera at all once the festivities started last night because it's hard. It's just hard to do that. We got spanked.
Oh, yeah.
Doug and I were teams last night and we got spanked 4 games, lost all 4. Yeah. We were doing really good on the last game, and then my brother got double pinochle. 2 times. 2 times. Back to back. So we lost all 4. But that's okay. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Dinner was delicious. I think I showed you mashed potatoes, corn, peas, and I made my 1-hour dinner rolls and Mississippi pot roast. So that was good. Andrew's not a fan of Mississippi pot roast, so he ate, we had leftover Holy Yum chicken, which a couple of you asked me to do a cook with me on, and I forgot. It is so easy. You don't need to cook with me. You literally mix the stuff together and put it on the chicken. That's all you do. Very easy and very delicious. What else? What else? We had a buffet of desserts last night. I don't think I showed you the box, but my girlfriend stopped and brought Doug a bunch of gourmet cake slices from a local bakery. So we put those to serve out, and Mary had some leftover birthday cake that she brought. So we had a little buffet of desserts, but I was very good. Very good. I had like a little bite of, I think, 3 or 4 different ones. But yeah, it was really good. So, what else? I guess that's it. Anything else exciting last night?
I guess not.
This guy's feeling much better. At least he's telling me he is.
Why don't you believe me?
Because I think he will not quite tell me the whole truth, so I don't worry about him or fuss over him. But I can tell when he's not feeling well, because he has mannerisms when he's not feeling well. So, but I have a lot of little things to do today, and I'll bring you along. I have to make some lip balm for somebody in town. I need to deal with those tomatoes today. That is first and foremost, because they're going to have to cook down for a while. So I need to get those through the vegetable strainer. I need to do that today. I don't know. I have a list of like 5 things. I have to make pasta because we're having spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. So I have to make pasta. That's easy. I mean, I can put one of these guys on that. And what else? We talked about, since it's a decent day, maybe trying to get up in the attic for just 1 hour. Just 1 hour. Not spending the whole day up there, not knocking ourselves out. 1 hour straightening up the attic. And Doug talked about maybe wanting to get down in his workshop. So I don't know. We'll see what the day brings. But it is rainy and yucky here, and I think it's supposed to kind of be like this most of the day. I don't know. There's conflicting reports. I really wanted to get out to the chicken run today and get that all raked up, and like it's disgusting. The rain, and it's gross. But there's no point in doing it while it's still raining. So that may have to wait until Wednesday. I'm not sure. But I really want to get that raked up, and I want to lay some sweet PVZ down and some lime, barn lime. But we'll see. Yeah, that's it. My plan is to go home from church and make breakfast quesadillas. But of course I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot to take everything out of the freezer. Yeah. Yeah, so that's okay. It'll thaw quickly. I might have to like give Doug a banana or something to make his stomach stop growling while I'm cooking breakfast. We'll see, but that's the plan. You know what happens, friends. The best laid plans, and I just realized I forgot my necklace. Okay. We'll talk to you after church. Okay, we are home from church, and these guys are hungry. So I've got peppers, onions, all sauteed up. Working on shredding some cheese. Got the eggs ready. Doug's working on, these were just little like pieces of bacon ends from the last time we made bacon. We're going to crumble those up and put them in the quesadillas. And we have our tortillas thawing. Not making homemade ones today, using the Stacy's. So we are going to put these breakfast quesadillas together. I am out of home canned salsa. My heart is breaking. I thought I had more down there, and I don't. Oh, Wait, I might. Now that I think about it, I might. It might be in a different spot. Woohoo! Anyway, so we're going to get these together, and everybody wants a little something different. I'll show you what it looks like when they're all together. Okay, it took some trial and error on the best way to make them, but I figured it out. So here is my breakfast quesadilla. It is 1 tortilla, and on half of it, I put some cheese, some eggs, some crumbled bacon, sauteed peppers, sauteed onions, and then a little bit more cheese to bind it all together. Folded it over and cooked it on both sides. And we are serving it with a little bit of sour cream and a little bit of salsa. And it is absolutely delicious. Okay, I am starting on those tomatoes that have been haunting me. So what I'm doing is I have my KitchenAid fruit and vegetable strainer attachment. Now, to use the fruit and vegetable strainer attachment, this makes me crazy. You also have to buy the meat grinding attachment. They work together. I have had this for so many years. It makes quick work of applesauce in the fall. And I do use it for a lot of things. So it definitely was worth the investment. Like I said, I probably had it, gosh, I don't know, 5 or 10 years now. So what happens is you hook it up to the front of your KitchenAid, and you've got this attachment here. This is where the tomatoes go in. They go down this little tube and through here, and I'll take it off and show you. And there's this strainer here. And that strains out all of the seeds and the skin and any cores or whatever. Puts all the tomato good stuff in the bowl. I'll take the camera off the tripod and show you while it's working. And then all of the seeds and the cores and the skins come out this side and go into this bowl. So. But I'll get it started going, and I'll take the camera off and show you how it works. Okay, so I've got tomatoes in here, and I just used the handy dandy little pusher and push them right down in the chute. And what happens is, like I said, they go through the strainer in there. And out here, this is all the fibrous stuff. All the skin, all the core, all the seeds. That comes out here. Not to be wasted, it will go to the chickens. Or in the compost, but we'll probably give it to the chickens. And then all of the juice comes out into this bowl. And this is what we'll cook down into either soup or sauce. So we just put it in. Now, if I was ever a KitchenAid designer and redesigning it, I'd make this hopper much bigger so we could do more at one time, but I'm sure there's a reason. But it makes quick work of it. When I do applesauce or pear sauce in the fall, I do not core them, I do not peel them, I do not seed them, nothing. This takes care of all of that for you, so it makes really, really quick work of it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have this jar to do, and then I have a full pot of cooked down tomatoes. So once I get this all done, I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Oh, look at all that beautiful, beautiful tomato stuff. Right now, it's just pureed tomatoes, but we are going to cook this down over a medium heat for a long time. It takes a while, and we want to reduce this by almost half until it becomes a thicker tomato sauce. I'm not going to make it as thick as tomato paste, but I also don't want it, I'm looking for a spoon. I also don't want it runny like it is right now, like a soup consistency. I want this to be tomato sauce. Doug just went down to see how many jars of things we have on the shelf.
8 big ones, 1 little one.
Of soup?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we have enough tomato soup on the shelf. So that's good. So we're going to turn this into tomato sauce. So we're just going to let it cook for hours, and then I will not get to canning it today. I know that. I'll probably wait and can it up tomorrow, but we can at least get it cooking today. So this has to reduce by half. You see where it is. I'm going to make a little mark probably on the outside just as a guide for me, because I'm going to be doing other things while I'm doing this. But let me tell you, it smells wonderful. But I will show you something, because what do I always tell you guys? It is real life around here. I do not stage my kitchen. I do not stage my cooking. Look. Yeah, I know. We had a lot of splatter and movement and things like that. This is all of the fibrous tissue from the tomatoes, and this is going to be a huge treat for our girls. Along with, I had tried, I think 2 years ago, 22, canning sweet corn. We did not care for it at all. Silver Queen corn is a way too high sugar content, and it tastes absolutely burnt. This is the last jar we have, so we're going to open this up and also give this to the girls as a treat. And we also have over there, Doug's crushing them up right now, their eggshells. We save all their eggshells in a bowl under the sink, and when we get a full bowl, we just bake them at 350 for 8 minutes, and then we crush them all up and feed them back to them, and it's a fantastic source of calcium, and it's what makes their eggs nice and hard, the eggshells. So they're getting quite the treat today. Okay, the tomato sauce is looking good. You can see how much it's cooked down already, so we still have a while to go. And while that's still working, I am working on some lip balm. I have a whole video on this. It was during Vlogmas. You've seen it. I'm not going to go through this whole thing again, but a lady here in town reached out. She's having some problems with winter lips, and nothing's working for her. So I offered to make her some lip balm. She actually asked me if she could buy some lip balm, and I said absolutely not. I will be happy to gift some to you. So I am making her some of my homemade lip balm, and hopefully it'll help her. It's Doug's favorite, so we'll see. But I'm just going to get this done, and it should only take about 15 minutes start to finish. And then I think I'm going to sit down, put my feet up, and work on my website. Okay, I said it would take about 15 minutes. It took about 2 minutes. And I don't know what my friend likes. So I did 3 tubes. I do know she wanted vanilla, so it's vanilla. I used my Simply Earth Vanilla Woods, which I think is actually almost empty. I had a hard time getting it out of there. But I didn't know if she liked the tubes or if she liked the kind that you put on with your finger. So I made her both, and she can decide what she wants to use. So I'm just going to let it sit here and harden up. I'll label it, and it will be done. I was going to make some fresh bread. I was going to make a baguette and then turn it into like cheesy garlic bread. But you know what? I didn't feel like it. And these were rolls from last night's dinner. And I threw them in the freezer last night and then just pulled them out today. And we're just going to have these along with our dinner. I'll probably just turn these into like little garlic breads just because I'm being a little bit lazy today. But that's okay. It's a Sunday and I'm allowed to be. I had some dinner rolls left over from dinner last night. So I just took them, split them open, put a little butter on there and some garlic powder. I might sprinkle a little mozzarella cheese on there. I'm not sure yet. Depends on what the guys want. Probably just put them in like this. Throw them under the broiler, And that will be a little bit of garlic bread with our pasta. Pasta's in the water. Fresh pasta cooks very, very quickly. This is about 2 minutes and it will be done. So goes together very, very quickly. And I thawed out our sauce from the freezer, and there's some meatballs and sausage in there. I do not have any salad fixins. I never made it to the store for this week's produce, so we're just not going to have any vegetables. I do have some vegetables I could serve, just raw veggies on the side, but nobody wanted that, so that's okay. Oops, forgot to show you how I was making breakfast. I think I have a video on this. So I'm making Egg McMuffin casserole. So I took 3 of my homemade sourdough English muffins and I toasted them up. And then I cut them into little pieces and I put half of them on the bottom layer. And then I put 4 slices of Canadian bacon chopped up on top of that. And then I did cheddar cheese, about 2 ounces. And now I'm doing the rest of, I'm doing this 2 layers. Now I'm doing the rest of the English muffins, the rest of the Canadian bacon, the rest of the cheese. And then in here, I have 1.5 cups of milk and 4 eggs. I'm going to beat this up with salt and pepper, pour it over the top of this, and then I'm going to cover it and refrigerate it until tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning, I will bake it as soon as I get up. And then that will be breakfast tomorrow. Okay, there is our casserole. Like I said, I'm just going to cover it, put it in the fridge, and then bake it tomorrow morning. I will link the recipe down in the description box for you guys. Okay, something else that I've really been trying to do in this new year is get everything, as much as I can, ready the night before to make our mornings easier. So I have Doug's lunch packed. He has soup, and he has dinner roll. I have his breakfast I can't do till tomorrow because I have to bake it. But I have his mid-morning yogurt and granola. And I have a little sweet treat for him. And I have Andrew's lunch packed, which is leftover spaghetti and meatballs. And I have a piece of garlic bread for him. And each of them will each get an apple. And Andrew will get a macaron. But I can't do that until tomorrow morning. So there is everybody's breakfast and lunch mostly. And then all I have to do tomorrow is put it in the lunch boxes. Well, the tomato sauce is done. You can see where it started and where it finished. It got nice and it got thicker than it was. I mean, it's tomato sauce. That's what it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to let this sit here and cool for a little bit. Switch containers, let it cool all the way and put it in the fridge. And I will worry about canning this up either tomorrow or Tuesday. Well, friends, that is going to do it for this weekend vlog.
Hi.
Got anything you want to say?
It's good. It was a relaxing weekend, sort of.
It was.
Yeah.
He got homework done. I got kitchen work done, and yeah.
It's all good.
All good. Yeah, it was good. It was a good weekend. So that is it. Since he has no words of wisdom, or
I don't usually. I'm not a very wise person.
He's very wise. No insight. We ended up not getting to the attic today. He did not get to his workshop today. That's what next weekend's for, right?
Yeah, sure.
Do we have any plans next weekend?
Breakfast, church breakfast.
Church breakfast is Sunday morning.
Yes.
Which means we have to go to church Saturday night, which is actually good because Pinnacle's at my brother's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, we might have switched it. To Friday. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Who knows? Next weekend, everything could have changed by then. Who knows? So, that is it, my friends. We will see you all.
Whenever.